video. Um, Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Something that I've been planning, but I've just been too lazy to do. But now I think I figured I want to do it. So obviously, as you can see, we are going to be ranking the Koopalings. The Koopalings are one of my all-time favorite characters in the Super Mario universe. Like they're not like my all-time favorite, but they're like some of the most memorable people. Their boss fights may suck, but we're not going to be talking about their boss fights, no ranking them, because a lot of YouTubers have already done that. But in fact, we're going to be ranking the Koopalings themselves and why. So this video might have a lot of filler, and just a quick note, like, subscribe, and comment and all that. I don't care what you do, just to pay a little visit. Anyway, before this, I actually saw a possum outside my window, and that was kind of terrifying, but not the topic of today. So let's get started from number 8. And now I'm saying Koopalings. I'm gonna count Bowser Jr., not Bowser. No one else but the Koopalings, including Bowser Jr., and that's it. So starting with number 8, the worst Koopaling on this list for me is Wendy Okoopa. Now I didn't pull her full name. Wendy, she's not bad nor sexy either, so that's a thing. She's not bad, it's just, she's not really a Koopaling I adore, she's not really my type. Okay, that sounds weird, but she's not really the Koopaling I would like put on the top list. A lot of people could agree her boss fights are great, but herself is just, it's not really my style and all that. I don't know. Her boss fights are good though, but yeah, just not good style for me. Next up on number 7 of the list is Larry. Now, a lot of people are definitely gonna agree with this, that Larry should be deserved to be low on the list. He's not bad. I don't hate him either. It's just, like Larry, he's not really one of those characters people like. I mean, because let's take for New Super Mario Bros. Wii, for example. New Super Mario Bros. Wii used Larry as the first boss fight, and he was incredibly easy. You could beat him in one try. I mean, besides if you're a newbie slash noob. But Larry is not as good of a Koopaling as he is. His boss fights aren't as good. Not even New Super Mario Bros. U could try to resurrect his boss fights, but yeah, he's also the youngest Koopaling, so it makes sense. But I really think Nintendo tries to depict Larry as like a starter boss fight. He's like, oh, we'll start you off with an easy boss fight, but still, Nintendo could have made so much more with him, made an easier, no, harder, more difficult. But Larry himself, he's not really that good of a Koopaling. And Wendy's lower because, well, I don't like her. And Larry, he's not bad, but he's not good. Next up on the list is Roy, and I know people are going to immediately probably disagree on this because Roy is a good Koopaling, but to me, he's just like, I want to get him out of the way right now because I like how he's tough and all that. His boss fights are great, and I know I said I was going to be talking about the boss fights, but that's the only way I can depict all these guys. His boss fights are great, I could agree with that, but my body, I don't know, something in me just feels like Roy's not my type either. He's a good Koopaling, he's very good, but he's not really one of my favorites. Like, the sunglasses just are not my style, and he has a bald ass head as well. So, yeah. And then number 5 on the list is Ludwig. Oh, a lot of people are going to disagree on this. A lot of people. Like, so many people. People you can't even imagine. I know all of you people, well, there's barely anyone watching this, but if there is a lot of people watching this, I know there's going to be a lot of people that disagree on this, and Ludwig is an incredible, fantastic Koopaling. His boss fights are epic and crazy and just insanity, but himself, I don't know, he's just, again, not one of my other favorite Koopalings. Like one tooth, like he has a Cyclops tooth. It's just, and if you look over here on the right image, his eyes are really far apart. And he's just, I don't know. He's not really the type of. If you look at his personality is conceited, and that means like, proud of one's own. So not to be a moron or anything, and going into logic, but Ludwig is just he's not really the best Koopaling for me, in my opinion. And also, all these opinions are my opinions, so if nobody agrees, then that's fine. These are just my opinions by myself. Next up on the list, we have Bowser Jr. Now, Bowser Jr. is actually higher on the list than Ludwig. He's actually higher than Ludwig is because his boss fights are incredible. Have you played Super Mario Galaxy 2? I mean, I haven't, but I watch videos, and his boss fights are great. Like, they're creative and they're epic. And, Bowser Jr. and Paper Mario Colors, Sticker Star is not really great, nor is the game, but I still like it. He's also great in Sunshine. He's great in all of his games. And, in Bowser Jr. was the first one to be in Smash, and that included the Koopalings. So yeah, that's why Bowser Jr. is higher on the list than Ludwig, because Ludwig is just another Koopaling, while Bowser Jr. is a whole separate thing, and he gets his own boss fights. Original boss fights. Now, next up, the 3 remaining, you already know who they're going to be, are going to be, actually the 2 remaining are going to be the best boss fights, but these are just the non-mediocre ones. So, this was Bowser. Ludwig is a non-mediocre. He is, oh, sorry guys. He is, and now Morton. Now, Morton, I know he might not be a fan favorite, and that's fine with me, but Morton, he seems so much more active and, like, more detailed and more depicted than Roy. Roy and Morton are supposed to be the strong dudes of the gang, but Morton, I just seem like he overpowers Roy. Morton, if you look at his personality, he could probably be, like, a little bit of a moron. Hint, Morton. And it's just, and look in the right, he has his magical hammer that he uses in New Super Mario Bros. U. Isn't that incredible? He hits a giant pokey. His boss fight in New Super Mario Bros. Wii is not great. His boss fight in New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS is original, but, not great. But Morton, he's just much more detailed, and I like how he's exclusively unique as being a black Koopaling. Like, if you look over here, all the Koopalings are yellow except for Morton. And also not the fact that his teeth are sharp and he has a star on his left eye. Like, who would have thought of that? But besides that, I have nothing else to say. Now, these top 2 are both my favorites, but number 1 takes the cake. So number 2 on the list is Iggy. Iggy is actually, he's a great Koopaling. I love him. He's literally lanky, and he has many lanky dimensions. Oh, Splash depicts. And, his boss fights are really great, incredible. Like, I like how they use the chain chomp 2 times. It's like Nintendo knew that New Super Mario Bros. Wii Iggy boss fight knew it was going to be successful, so they decided to do it again in New Super Mario Bros. 2, and that was also great. And the boss fight in New Super Mario Bros. U was also great. Iggy literally broke gravity if you did not play that game. And as you can see, Paper Iggy, his boss fight was also great, where he had to defeat his chariots, and he's just incredible, and he's all sometimes he's crazy, sometimes he's not, but most of the time he's very, very loony. And then for number 1, well, you guys already know because you're like, I already know what the last Koopaling is because he gave me enough time to know. The last Koopaling, my all-time favorite Koopaling, is Lemmy. Lemmy's just such an incredible character. His boss fights are amazing, in my opinion. And also, his character, he's also crazy like Iggy, but he's, like, crazy like looting. Like, he's, like, all, like, cheerful and all that. And I love his rainbow mohawk. Like, who else? Why would you have a rainbow mohawk? Maybe if you were gay, but Lemmy's not gay. He's fantastic. I like how he's a midget, no offense. And his boss fight, let's see, in New Super Mario Bros. Wii is incredible. His boss fight in New Super Mario Bros. 2 is also great and original. And his boss fight in New Super Mario Bros. U, it's good. It's good. It's mediocre, but it's good because he used bombs. And I don't know, just the fact that he always used balls, no homo, is just so incredible. And I absolutely love him. And none taken, but I cannot stress this enough. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Is his ponytail and his boss fight and Paper Mario Color Splash. I know that's a shitty game, but in my opinion, I think it's incredible. His boss fight in there is incredible because Lemmy thinks he's doing a finale in front of a whole crowd, and he probably is. But, you know, he's trying to act out with Mario, play around with him, manipulate him, his mind. But he really isn't. He's just trying to win the green big paint star. So, yeah, that is going to be it for my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. If this was a shitty video, well, I guess dislike. But if you liked it, or if you thought it was mediocre, then like. And yeah, what do you think about my tier list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or do you don't care? You just like, I don't care, just whatever.